Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is AFK Empire, and today I'm going to be showing you a new money-making method on the Crimson Isle that only requires you to have about 100,000 coins up to about maybe 100,000 in setup. That's like your whole gear needed, and it'll make you up to 6 mil an hour if you're lucky. This is for really beginner players. It'll be really helpful. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you are anywhere past this stage of game, like if you have Necrons or something like that, but this is really good for early game, so I'm just gonna get into it. I will say the only other thing that I would recommend other than this, if you have a little amount of gear, is just doing like mycelium or red sand farming with a shovel. You could literally use just a basic shovel. That's also really good. It makes less money, but this one is also this one is a little bit harder and a lot more risky, and it does require a little bit of gear. It's just an aspect of the end, a spore harvester right here, and it also requires just a little bit of speed so that you can move around quickly. So for demonstration, I'm not going to buy one, but I'm just going to show you what this is. It's a spore harvester, magically imbued axe used by mages to carefully harvest brown mushrooms in the Crimson Isle. It costs 100k, and this item will make you a lot of money. So I would recommend you give it efficiency 5. No, don't give it efficiency 5. I'd recommend you give it harvesting 5 and telekinesis 1 to get the most out of it. They're kind of required. And then have at least a little bit of like farming skill, like tiny bit. Like I have 88 farming fortune. That's really low, but that still gets the job done. And then this is the item that you're going to be going for, the Charmanizer. It goes for 100k and 1,000 mushroom spores. And I'm going to teach you how to farm mushroom spores in just a second. So the first thing is the mushroom spores, like I just said, and there's a couple ways to get them that are efficient. So the first way that I would recommend is come into a new lobby and come over here as fast as possible to this little path and break them here. I'm going to be breaking them kind of slow for video demonstration purposes, but you would be breaking them a lot faster. So I'm just going to like harvest this whole thing one time. I'm going to speed it up a bit, and I'm just going to show you how much I get. Okay, so there we go. I just harvested down the whole path. A couple of them are regrowing, but not fast enough for me to want to use this lobby again anytime soon. So I would normally switch. I got about 1/4. You could probably get a bit more, but I got 1/4 of the total needed mushroom spores, and it took me about literally 3 minutes. It was a little bit over this time. It normally takes me about 2 to 3 minutes. It was a little bit over this time because I was doing it a little bit slower for sake of the time lapse, because it doesn't look as good. But it did go by pretty quickly, and I already got about 1/4 of the spores needed. So what I would normally do is I would just server hop. So I'm gonna do that a little bit, but for this video I'm gonna show you the other way that is possibly good. So I noticed that these things are here, and at the beginning of the update they were kind of bugged. They would drop normal mushrooms, but now they drop these, and okay, so it's at 58 here. I'm just gonna show you. They're kind of weird. These things are weird. I don't really know what's up with. They're really slow, but they're all in one place and like easy to get to. So maybe they're better, maybe they're not. I'll leave that up to your judgment if you want to use these or not. I think that personally, just going all the way over there is easier. But if you don't have an aote, it might be a little bit better for you. I don't know. This might be a little bit better. It still requires a lot of getting up and down though. So honestly, just go over there, or not. Just go over there. So here, I'm just gonna do a time lapse of me going through the lobby another 3 times, getting to that nice 1,000 mushroom spores, and then I'm gonna turn it into a Charmanizer and just show you how much profit you can make. So I'm gonna warp nether, and then after I teleport this first time, I'm just gonna turn it into a time lapse, like I said, and I'll go a little bit faster, and I'll tell you how long it takes me. Oh, okay. Here's just a little tip. So I'm gonna pause everything here for a second just to explain why you should try to avoid this going within like 20 blocks of the dojo as much as possible, because abilities are disabled in this area. That's a big inconvenience, but it's if you just go around it like maybe 50 blocks for sure, 20 blocks maybe, I don't know. So here, let's look. So here we go. See, this path has a ton on it this time. I could have just gone right there. I normally come into the middle like this, which is kind of dumb because I can just come over here and make it a lot faster. So that's just a tip for future me. So I'm just going to farm through this. I'm going to time lapse it, and I'm going to tell you how much I make and how long it takes me. Okay, I just finished my second rotation. That took me literally a minute and a half to do that. So I'm almost halfway through the 1,000, and that took me about a minute and a half. So this could potentially take you less than 10 minutes for each time, which means like 7 mil an hour, possibly. If you're really, really good at this, you get into a nice rhythm. So here, I'm just going to I'm going to lobby swap again. And, of course, once you unlock the Travel Skull to Scarleton, this speeds up by like 1,000%. But for now, it'll be a little bit slow. Also, by the time that's figured out, I think it will be kind of tough to make money off of this anyways, because people will realize the Charmanizer isn't actually worth as much as you're paying. Eventually, people will realize this is a huge thing. But right now, it's pretty nice because we can make lots of profit. So here we go. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to tell you how long it takes. There we go. Third one done. And that also took me about 2 minutes. Slightly above that time. Just because I was talking a bit between. And I'm almost I'm almost a third of the way. Or not. I'm almost 3/4 of the way there. So it's also good to like figure out in your inventory what slot means that you have the full 1,000. So let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so for me, it would be this slot. When this slot is full, then that means that I have the 1,000. So I am just one more full rotation away. I would just do this again. And then I would go... Okay, so then I would just teleport back. Oh, okay. I'm going to pause once again. So I will recommend, by the way, if you can afford something like this. Once again, this is for people who are newer, so whatever extent you can do this to is good. But like, if you can spare 2 mil for the wise, I don't know why I have a wise pig mask at the top, but crystal armor, necrotic crystal armor is really good. I have a kind of weird like meme set right now, but it'll make everything so much easier, especially teleporting around. But that's not exactly a necessity. So here we go, last rotation. Hopefully, and then I just have to get a couple random spores around the map. And then that'll be it. And then I'll be able to show you the final part of this, which makes all of the money and all the time, all the 10 minutes worth it. All that 10 minutes is very worth it when you get 1 mil in reward. And you're just kind of new to this whole game and can't really afford a full setup yet. Okay, there we go. So I am almost full with this last slot. That was full 4 rotations. It is kind of nice how each one of your rotations is about 1/4 of your total needed. That makes things really, really simple. I'm just going to go break a couple around everywhere, and then I'm going to show you. Once again, you can probably go like maybe even twice as fast as me if you get a really good system working. Or like maybe one of the other versions has better mushroom hitboxes, because these hitboxes are really hard to hit. There we go. Okay, so I just hit the full 1,000 mushroom spores, and I'm going to bring them over to an NPC over here. 1 second. Where did I go? Okay, I just went the wrong direction. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. So this is the emissary all the way over here. So this is the mage emissary. So you would talk to her and you get this thing called a Charmanizer. Can be used on X, Y, or Z atoms to charm them to following you. I don't have... Oh, 1 second. Let me get some coins on me. So it's 100k cost, and it sells for about 1.1 mil. So it's a really, really good flip. Here we go. 55k. This is a really... really helpful thing for people who are also getting new to like auction house flipping, just to get the concept down or like craft the thing, I mean, because this can help you like get a decent idea of, or at least like start you into it if you want to get into this eventually. This is like a really basic. So I would just, let's not put that in there. 1.99, no, 1.099 mil, like that. And so that's, there we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's literally 1K off of the total cost, and then you would just wait for that to sell. Okay, so just a little heads up, between when I just stopped recording and when I sold the Charmanizer, I did grind out a whole nother Charmanizer, so I did spend another 10 minutes. So it took me about 10 minutes to sell it, and here's the clip now of me selling it. Okay, so here we go. One of them has sold for 1.04 mil. And just like that, we just got an easy 960K profit. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's definitely pretty good. So that, yeah, that's pretty good. You just need to do that 6 times an hour, and then you can come back overnight. You found you've made 6 mil profit. It's really, really nice, or almost 6 mil, because by this point, you're not going to be making a clean mil per. It's going to be like 960 or something. What are you doing? Okay. So this is just a money-making method I want to share with you guys. I'm just going to do the outro again because you got to see it officially sell. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please subscribe and give it a like. And if you have any money-making methods you want to share, or any tips that you want me to, any tips you want me to give on something that I might be able to give tips on, I guess, let me know. And hopefully I'll be making another money-making video on the Crimson Isles soon, because I'm really, really enjoying this update. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.